Welcome, my lovelies. It is another Saturday and I'm sitting down to do some art. So for anyone who hasn't met me before, I'm Mel. I'm an artist, author, and I work a full-time gig as well. I have these paper bags that have come from my supermarket and you can't recycle them. And I've been collecting them for a very, very long time. Not sure what to do with them and didn't want to throw them out. So I decided I was going to do some art on them. And there's just so many. I'm not getting through them quick enough. So I'm also thinking of maybe turning them into a book. Now I usually paint on canvases. You may have seen my last video was working on one of my large canvases. The weather's not great, it's a bit cold, although I do have a singlet on today. I do have the heater on, trying to dry some of my clothes. And it is spring in Melbourne and it's meant to be a lot warmer than this, but it isn't. And going out to my studio, which is my garage, is just a little too cold and it's quite grey and there's not great light in there. So I really only paint in there on lovely sunny days, which does happen more often than it's been happening. So I'll get back to that at some point and share some more videos, but I did do a little bit of painting during the week and I'll share that on this video if anyone's interested to see how my really big painting is progressing. But for these little bits, sorry, I'm really in a chat mood today. It's a bit later than usual. I have had coffee and may have another one in a moment, but I'm gonna start. I have no idea what I'm going to draw or paint. I thought I might use the oil crayons that I got recently, paint, pen, I don't know, we'll see. So join me to see what I paint. Last time I painted a very ugly portrait, but I really enjoyed the process of it and I was very inspired by watching Artist of the Year, Portrait Artist of the Year, the Australian version, season 1. That was really inspiring and at the same time a little bit disheartening because my portrait was so bad. But I think it'll look good in a frame. I'm also putting these together so I can, in my bathroom, which is just to the left over there, I'm going to put quite a few pictures and do a bit of a gallery wall. And I actually think that ugly portrait amongst a heap of other pieces will actually look really good, but we'll see. And I'm a little way away from doing that. Anyway, let's get started. I'm gonna go get some coffee and then we'll start cutting these up and doing some art. Join me. Like, you don't have to be an artist. You just have to want to sit down and draw, whether it's doodling or painting or crayons or pen. Absolutely. But it is such a wonderful, mindful thing to do. And at the end of a week or beginning of a weekend, it is just so good to let all of those sort of work things just fly onto the paper and out of my head. Perfect. All right, see you soon. sure where I'm going, but I was a bit inspired by some David Shrigley work, the Scottish artist. So it's just all the animals, and I was always also looking on Anthropology website for sort of Christmas gifts for people, and they had some really cute cups on there of little doggies. So I'm in a little animal mood, which is unlike me because I often do people with animals, as you've probably seen in my previous ones. But yeah, I'm gonna give this one a bit of a go. I'm going to do a bit more fine work on this piece and see how we go. So this paint I'm using is quite transparent, which I'm liking. I've used it before on a painting where I did stripes underneath and the wings of the bird over the top, and you could still see the stripes underneath. I did consider doing it for this one because I thought it would look very cool, but I'm gonna just do something a bit different, which is the whole point of this project is trying out different things and not being afraid of failing, getting it wrong, not perfect. I mean, it really doesn't matter how it turns out. The beauty of painting for the sake of painting, but not for a purpose, whereas canvases, I usually have something in mind. So, okay. Keep a bit of that texture. Put the so there is a point in an artwork where you think, oh, I quite like that, and I'm not going to go any further. So I'm quite liking this. So what I had in mind might differ, who knows? I could also do something like this again and something different. But for now, I'm gonna apply my black paint and let this dry and come back to it. Okay, I found my black paint. I've got this one that is sort of a browny black, and then I've got black. I might do the black, we'll see. Let me find a brush that's the right size and structure. So, yes. So how's your week been? I'd love to hear in the comments if you're having an okay week, if you're not having an okay week. I find that more and more I'm looking towards the weekend to do things like this, and it makes the week harder. So I'm really trying to focus on, I know it sounds a bit like, you know, self-help sort of stuff, but just focusing on the week and what I'm doing that day rather than trying to wish away my life. Okay, So I have a whole thing about struggling to let the paint dry. So I am going to do that because it would really wreck this white. But the black beak will do for now. As I try and close my paint jar. Never a fan of jars, maybe this is why. Okay, that is done. Now I'll go and finish my coffee. It shouldn't take too long to dry, and I will come back. Okay, that was not the most successful turnaround. So I've got paint all over me. I was hoping turning it this way might be easier, but it doesn't seem to be. This is really good structured paint, so it's a bit thicker, which means on this type of material, I should have popped a bit of water in, but I really did want the heaviness of the paint. So if you see Just it gives that beautiful colour. So I'm trying to use as much that's sort of on the brush. Now I'm okay with not perfectly getting those edges. I can live with that. So much smoother when it's, so it goes really tacky when it starts to dry. I've got that bit there. I'm just gonna have to leave it because trying to paint this type of white over the top of that will actually just make it look worse. And you know what? Imperfection is perfection. And I like the paintbrush strokes. I mean, I'm certainly no master, but I just, you know, have been doing this for a long time. You know, painting is something I'm passionate about, and it just brings me joy. And I think that's just the purpose. Okay, I'd like to get a touch closer. I might just try a different brush, which is usually the smarter way. All right, that is looking good. I'm quite liking that. And now just the eye. So this is one of the reasons that I prefer not to put too much water. You get this crinkling of the paper because this paint was quite wet. But when I pop it in a frame, and I think it'll look good in a frame, I think it's nice and simple, and I am quite liking it. So the white is still wet, you can see there. I'd like to see what it looks like when it dries, and this dries, so we'll come back to it. Okay, I think I'm gonna get out of the house, let this dry, go get a coffee outside, and come back, and hopefully it's dry. Oops, I've just gone and put pen on the back of it. That should be okay. But hopefully when I get back, it will be nice and dry. But I'll take you on a little bit of the trip with me around where I live.